Hello, 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 hello. Can everybody hear me? What is up? I see D Movie Man already. Hello, D Movie Man. I'm so happy to see you too. See this comment. Hello, Joshua, Daria. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please hit the like button as you enter. Let's see. See what these comments saying. Hey T, so happy the show is back, but not happy about this weekly format. Didn't didn't the entire season drop last time? Yes, it did, D Movie Man. Last time the entire season did drop. If I had known like you watched this show, D Movie Man, are you busy right now? Like, I don't know why I did not think to ask you if you watched this show. I asked everybody but D Movie Man. D Movie Man, if you watch this show and you want to bring your butt on this live real quick, please comment in the chat so I can figure out how to send you the link and all that other good stuff. Hello, everybody. Let's see. What's up, Nicole? Nicole always. Nicole. All my day ones here. Hello, Tony T. Thank you so much for being here. See, hello. How you doing? Hello, hello. Let's see. Yes, the whole season dropped last. Yes, I was a little confused by that too, because it's been a little minute, and I watch a whole lot of stuff. I wasn't sure if the whole season dropped last time, because I think I went on expecting to watch the whole season in its little entirety, and it was like 2 episodes. I was like, "What? Hello, how you doing, girl? Hey, 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 hey." I am so happy. D, I'm so mad that I didn't know that you watched this show. Like, you could have got your butt on here because I would love some second opinions on this. Let's see. Chow, I'm watching you and the Grammys. You watching the Grammys, Nicole? Don't nobody watch that no more. Who's still watching the Grammys? I haven't watched the Grammys in a very long time. Hey, 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 how you doing, girl? Hello, hello. I love to see all my day ones. Y'all always show up and support me, hit that good old like button and stuff. I appreciate it so much. I loved how this picked this picked back up where we this picked back up where we left off last season, dropped off. Yeah, I love it too, but I thought Angie was gonna get a job. I thought Angie was going, I guess we guess the scammies. I guess we gonna have a Lynn moment where she is spending 3 seasons. I guess I don't see this show as one of those shows that like goes on to have 5, 6, and 7 seasons. So I just expected a little bit more progression. Not too much, but just how long we gonna be waddling her being from pillar to post, not having a place to stay, and giving up cupcakes. So she don't have to pay no rent. Like, I don't understand. Man, they do Angie the worst. My God. Oh, we gonna talk about Angie because that's low key the only reason I went live. Like, I was like, I need to talk about, because don't mistake it, like, I'm not like in love with this show. I just thought this would be a good opportunity to go live and get my feet wet as far as streaming and having some topics, because usually I just get on here with a drink and we smoke a cigar and listen to some music. I'm trying to be professional. Let's see. Shanice, new subby. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. A whole lot of new people. Thank you guys. Can't wait to hear your opinion on the first 2 episodes of this season. Me too. I'm just waiting a little second, get a couple more folks in here, and we gonna get into it because it's just 2 episodes, but I feel like we have so much to discuss. And it's weird for me to discuss this show because I'm like, I guess we got to discuss Run the World first because that's the show that I saw first, and I was like, this is the same damn show. If you guys watch my review on Harlem, the first season, I was like, this is the exact same show. Now, Run the World from Stars, that is the superior show in my opinion. I don't know why that show has not been back yet for a second season. I double checked; it is not canceled. I don't know what's happening. Let's see. I binge watched season 1 and I'm finishing up the first episode of season 2. I felt bad for Angie, but I had a feeling that case and desist was coming. Yeah, cease and desist. She couldn't be. What was it? What was the last season? She was trying to be in the Get Out play. Yes, it was very obvious that they were going to get the cease and desist from Tyler Perry and everybody else, and who else? Like it was, I don't know. Like it's so much to think about with the show because the show is like low key a little forgettable. Like if I wasn't like glued into like Amazon Prime and just the shows that drop, like I just would not. Now, granted, we do clamor to see, some black faces on screen and some black shows. Like we love it, but this show is it's just not that show for me. Right? I want it better for dark skinned BW. Can y'all stop applying yourself for these roles? Man, look, oh, I really want to get into Harlem. I watched your review last year, over a year ago. Yeah, it get into it is like a good term to use because it's not my favorite, Nicole. See you out here slipping. I am out here slipping. Like I don't know. I guess D Movie Man, since I wasn't like rubbing my bird hands together waiting for the next season of Harlem to come out. So I just assumed like, I was making an ass because I was assuming like ain't nobody checking for this show. My bad. I'm down if it's not too late. If it's too inconvenient, I can hop on the next episode. It is not too late. Like I would love a good old opinion soon as I figure out how to invite people. See what I do? Okay, I copy this little link here, child. I'm just trying to do too much on my first live. Like I'm trying to show out. Y'all hold on. Trying to have a guest. Look at me trying to have people. Hold on. Don't know. I don't even know how to hand out a hammer, and I'm trying to have a guest on. Y'all, don't judge me because I'm trying to grow as a content creator, keeping my head above water, making a way when I can. Okay, like, hold on. D Movie Man, I'm coming. Like, if I can get a guest on here, y'all can tell me nothing. Like, what content creator? Me, because I'm making money moves out here. Like, amazing. Oh man. Yeah, we D Movement. You are bringing your butt on because I would love. I honestly want to know what you love about this show because I be struggling, child. Oh man, let's see. Here we go. Right, we're gonna go here. I guess do I copy and paste this here? Oh, look at me copy and pasting stuff. Okay, D Movement. I think I sent you the link. Like, oh, I'm really trying to show out on this stream. Yep, I prefer Run the Worlds. I heard one of the main characters refused COVID protocols and left the show. That could be the holdup because has been greenlit for a second season since August of 2021. Like, I think since that didn't really come through, don't laugh at me, Nicole. Since that didn't really come through, like I was like, well, I can watch this alternate version of that. Struggle says she outside. I'm really trying. Like YouTube be trying to tell me to go back in the house, but I'm trying to be outside. I love it here. Thank you so much. Thank you, Catherine. I love hearing just when I hear Catherine, it just makes me think about go to bed, Joseph. But I'm sorry. I love you. Thank you, Catherine. Joseph, go to bed. I watched this over the weekend. It's just a boot. It is all in the notes here, Antoinette. Bootleg Sex in the City. Like, only character that's just not outright giving Sex in the City is Angie. She is more so giving. And we're gonna talk about y'all comparing her to Lynn. Like, we're gonna talk about y'all comparing sis to Lynn. Like, because Lynn had the option. Like, Lynn was lazy, she wasn't motivated, and due to her moral code of what employment meant, she just didn't want to get a job. But when we get into Angie, it's just like it's acting or bust. Like, just because you ain't got a role, that mean I got a sofa and you got to sleep on. I think she sleep on the couch. Like, what are you talking about? No, like, girl, get a job, get connected for free. ICDC, go do something because she would have got put out. The new White Man Can't Jump is coming on Peacock. Why wasn't Nicole? Don't be bringing that bad news up in here. Don't be bringing that bad news up in here. Like, oh man. But D, I sent you the link. Like, if you can join, that would be awesome. But Thank you guys for being here. Please hit the like button, all that good stuff. Now, for the life of me, I cannot figure out how to add pictures to this thing. So I did like a little collage video, but don't mind me. But I did want to start off with talking about Run the World because I was like, this is the whole superior season. Like, because I was looking and comparing these characters earlier as to, oh, this could be the Angie, the Camille, the whatever. Like, I low key just learned their names 5 minutes ago because the ladies are like not really memorable. But I was I was like, damn, it ain't no other place to we can only have girlfriends and friendships in Harlem, in New York. What's up with the New York? Like, if I'm tired, like we can't go nowhere else. I mean, I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you no more. Like, I'm just tired of like. I went back and rewatched the first 2 episodes that just dropped of the season. I have not watched this show since 2021, but I remember it. I remember what happened. I remember the characters. I remember, the story arcs. I cannot for the life of me remember too much of anything about this. Like, I Harlem is just we gonna get into it because it's really giving bootleg sex in the city. I'm sorry, I saw it on my feed. Why can't they think of original scripts adapting? Oh, y'all know they ain't finna V. You know they ain't finna do that. They're not finna do that. We finna get remake. And I believe what's old dude with the hairline? LeBron is attached to this one as well. Like, it's just remake city over there. Angie could sing jingles. That's good. Angie could do a whole bunch of things. It's clear to see that Angie is multifaceted. Like, she is a creative soul. Like, but it's just like, if I can't get a gig, then I just don't have a job. I'm not understanding that. Let's see. Run the World came out first. Yes, it did. It came out first. It did. It came out first. And granted, Run the World wasn't, some groundbreaking show, but it felt more authentic to me. Like, it's something about Harlem that just feels like really artificial. And that's hard because all of these shows feel artificial. All of them are the same thing. You get 4 friends together, 4 different personalities. We have to watch them navigate through life, through sex, relationships, their careers. The wardrobe is always impeccable. They're always based in New York. They're always having drinks, always have a plethora of eligible men running around and the best sex they're ever having in their life. Like, they just be living a dream. Like, I would love something based more in reality and not based in New York. Like, it's everybody got a brownstone. Like, is that the only place to go? Yes, Run the World came out before Harlem. Yes, it did. Yes, they could have a new city landscape. I mean, because I even tried, y'all. I tried to go watch Sisters because I was like, oh, this is different. It's based in Atlanta. Uh, but Tyler Perry be staying on the same, I swear, it be in the same span of a week for like a whole season. I'm like, what? That show moves very, very slow. Like, I just couldn't get in. Ugh. A lot of Black female lead shows are either set in Atlanta, yes, New York, or LA. Yes, Girlfriends was set in LA. I would like to see a set in Chicago, Texas, something, just somewhere other. Everybody in Harlem, like Harlem is shaking. Not saying it's not, but we should be able to have some more friends somewhere. I really like the first season of Harlem, but the second season is a bit more cartoonish, and the acting is kind of over the top, overacted. I mean, I think it's about the same. Like, that's just me getting more into the show, just not feeling like it's based in reality. It feels fake. Like, none of this everything feels like really contrived. We gonna get into it, y'all. I agree. I like Harlem, but the humor is so forced. Yeah, I have to see who's I'm trying to think who's writing on this show, but I know for Run the World, the same person writing here is the same person who wrote for We Are Living, Hey Single. You can't go wrong with those kind of writers, but something about, yes, put them in Alaska, Thailand, some black women up in Alaska. Yeah, it's different. Where is the talent behind the scenes in Hollywood? Shakes the table. You should shake the table because, man. Let's see. Exactly. Give me Houston, Charlotte, DC, Miami, something like it's like pretty much the same thing. Same thing. Like I was looking up stuff for Harlem and the two shows were like interchangeable. Stuff for Run the World was coming up in different pictures as if these were all the same for women. Tyler's writing in those long conversations that go in circles. Oh, I really try. I really try. I tried hard for Sisters. Like Sister, I think I stopped watching Sisters. I didn't like the direction they were going with Karen's character, making her the mean, bitter, angry black woman pining after. I think his name is Zach. Like it was just tired. I was like, Tyler, why? They had a Harlem set in Baltimore. It was called The Wire. You know what? M. Mac, don't come here with that. I think Living Single was set in NYC. Yes, it was. I love the show as a kid. Yeah, that's the only place to have a set of girlfriends. I think the shows are too busy trying to mock everything after Sex in the City. So it's like we can't go anywhere else. There are other places to go. I enjoy single. Come on, Journey to Jasmine. Ladies. I like single ladies. I remember single ladies with Lisa Ray and Stacey Dash when she was, when she wasn't tripping. I remember that. On VH1, Run the World debuted before Harlem. How are they on season 2? The show is apparently on hold. Like it's been renewed. It's been, I personally thought that the show got canceled, but I don't know exactly what's going on. From what I could read, it didn't exactly say what the holdup was, but I have yet to see a trailer or anything happening with that. I want a black female-led show in a different city/state versus the same 3 cities. Yeah, we get the same three cities, same thing. Okay, so let's get on into these characters. Let me double check with Movie Man. I did send the Movie Man a link, but it's okay. Okay, let me put my little slideshow y'all in the background. I thought I was being cute. Yes, I did see that, Joshua. I saw that Megan Good directed the episode. I thought that was nice because it made me think about just older throwback shows when they had pretty much an all-female cast, and they're starting to let the leads or the people who were. It made me think of a different world in like throwback shows where you'd be like, oh look, Whitley Gilbert directed this episode. Like it just made it a little special, and she didn't do a bad job. She did really well. Run the World got put on hold because one actress. Yeah, this is the second time I've seen this. Like I feel like they didn't have enough time by now. like hurry up. I have completely, I haven't forgotten about the show. I only think about Run the World when it comes to Harlem in comparison to, you know what? I think Run the World was the better show, but I'm not just laid up like, man, when they gonna drop that? When that Run the World gonna hit the streets? I don't be caring. Andrea, I ain't reading that. Ella, the bald one. Oh, she has such a pretty bone structure. Left Run the World because she wouldn't get vaccinated. So I mean that's it. Well, child, I guess that's it then. I guess that's it. But that's okay. We're gonna get into our ladies here. So we get into this first episode. How did you guys feel about the first 2 episodes? Like, they didn't do anything for me. Like, the first couple of episodes of the last season, like it kind of pulled me into the show. But like, with us picking up where we left off. And I think it's because our main focus is supposed to be Camille and her relationship with Diamond. He just gonna be Diamond from P Valley. He just Diamond. And her, her dilemma. I don't care about their relationship. Does anybody care? I do not care. I was trying so hard to care about Megan Good and her Camille and her relationship. I think his name is Ian, and her messing up we pick up with her messing up the marriage and kissing before the, like, they both just trash. But it's just, I don't know. I'm not like, you know how you would gravitate to a Carrie Bradshaw, or you would gravitate to Joan, that lead. I'm not really gravitating towards Camille for some reason. I don't know what it is, but I can't like find it in my bones to like, oh, Camille, like, I care about what happened to you, girl. Like, I don't care. I don't care about her relationship or any of that. And then I don't see how she's still a professor. I don't see how sis still got a job. Like, she's the worst professor I've ever seen. Like, how are you still working? Like, I'm not understanding how we are still able to have a job, and we are, going, I don't know why Whoopi Goldberg is here, girl. Why you here, Whoopi? You rolling up to, the dean and whatnot, and making a fool out of yourself, and quitting your job. Then you need your job back. Like, the first pretty much 2 episodes is her making sure she gets her job back, and her apologizing to his family for messing up his wedding. I was like, what is that? I was just, oh, look at this. Yes, I don't care either. Good. It's not just me. Nope, don't care. Good. Okay. I thought I was tripping. Camille is so boring. Okay, because I be thinking I be doing these people wrong. Me neither. Okay. Good. The sexy stuff is the only entertaining part. Yes. Let's see. They were cool, eating fine sausage. Oh yeah, ain't nobody say Diamond wasn't fine, Tia. Yes, Diamond is fine. Diamond gonna be fine anywhere. If he decides to stand in the front and do the security at P Valley, if he decides to be the chef in the kitchen, if he decide, he just fine. Yes, Ty, do the hands, because he fine. Yes. Let's see. I'm annoyed with the character development for Angie. Aren't we all? I can't stand Quinn. Like, girl, you are too old to be so thirsty, too forced love. I don't care about Camille either. Good. Oh, okay. Ooh, see, y'all be knowing my heart, because I thought I was tripping. I'm like, I don't give a damn about Camille's story arc. Like, I was trying to care. What I thought was going to happen was she would make a different choice. Like, clearly Ian is a cheater. Ian was willing to cheat on the woman he was supposed to marry with you. Y'all stuff is messed up. And I think we have his name, the alternate guy, Jameson. He's the superior choice in my opinion. And she just left that man by the wayside, like broke his heart. Like, she's very childish, like hiding, can't really say outright, I don't want to be with you. Like, I'm not understanding. Oh, y'all, I got a guest. Let me bring the movie man outside. Hold on. The movie man. Oh, y'all, hold on. Like, cause y'all know I don't like streaming. I streamed and I brought a guest on. Y'all better send some shmoney. This is the movie man, y'all. Go subscribe. He is everything. What's up, D? Introduce yourself.
Hey, everybody. Hey, sorry. Hey, everybody. This is the movie man, fellow cinephile, popcorn addict, and emerging film critic, coming to you with reliable recaps, reviews, and reactions. And that is the crux of what I do. My channel is just a celebration of cinema, not just my, the entertainment side of things, but also just having a personal appreciation, understanding how, that medium has really impacted my life in a lot of different ways. And so, with my reviews, with my reactions, with my recaps, that's just basically what it's all about. So feel free to check me out. That is capital D period space MOVIEMAN. And I can definitely say that what has made this journey so rewarding is awesome people like Struggle Reviews TV, aka Ira. Seriously, I would not be here if it were not for awesome people like her. So really
look at me, D, I'm streaming. This is not my thing. I'm so happy that you could make it out. I swear it didn't cross my mind, like, at all. Let me ask D if he watches this show, like, because I really don't like the show like that. So I just did not think, my bad. But we were giving our opinion here on Camille. What do you think about Camille?
Oh, sorry. Actually, I almost got confused. I had to recalibrate.
Megan Good.
I think she's I think she's fine. I don't think she's the most compelling character on here, and I don't know if that's simply because you know, like we've seen, and granted, we know this format, you know, with the four women,
Yeah.
and I feel like we always have a certain archetype that each one falls into, and I feel
Yeah.
like Camille is supposed to be kind of. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I kind of feel like Camille is supposed to kind of be like the Joan Khadijah of the
Yeah.
group,
I think
where
yeah, I think she's our Carrie Bradshaw. I really do.
right, yeah, Carrie Bradshaw, like same
Yes.
thing. Where she's supposed to kind of be the center, but I don't know if she has the same charisma as those other three that you mentioned. And you know, I like Megan Good. She's
Yes,
beautiful,
yes.
all that, but it's just like I don't know as far as her character. I can understand why she's not compelling because to me, looking at L4, I think she kind of pales in comparison to what we get from
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, and I don't understand that because it's not like maybe they're trying to do something different and give each lady the spotlight and not make one friend the superior friend in the spotlight of the friendship. I guess I'm just so used to that dynamic. But even without that, I just can't find the passion for her relationship with Ian. Like I don't care. I've been trying. I don't care at all. Like I thought I was the chat didn't care either, so it's not just me. But do you care at all about the dynamic of which she is linking up with her ex and breaking up the marriage?
And what do you think what do you think about it doesn't work? Do you think it's the writing? Do you think that, you know, the two actors aren't really doing it for you? Have we seen a more interesting version of this dynamic on other shows? What do you think?
Absolutely. Like that's stop reading my notes, D. Don't be able to try and read my notes. Because I said that I was like, we have seen this so many times, like done over. Like if you're going to do it again and repeat it, you have to, improve on it or make it better, make it a little bit more interesting. Like we've seen this so many times. So just to see it here and then it's just not as compelling as, when we saw it on a different show that had another four women, it's not really interesting. Like I just needed them to elevate her a little bit more. I think her elevation isn't just supposed to be with her relationship, but with her career. Also, I don't know how she has a job. Like I don't understand how she has a job and why she has not been fired yet. But I'm not caring at all, D. Like I have not. She's not likable.
Hmm.
I don't like. I'm not trying like not to like her, but she's not likable. Like normally, not in the sense of, hey, no, the characters can be flawed. I love a flawed character now.
I'll say,
I
I'll say,
love, me a flawed character. You can see yourself all day in a flawed character, but it's just like she's oblivious. I think she tried to have a little full circle moment in the last episode to go, oh, I am a asshole. Like, yeah, girl, what you talking about? She tried to have a little accountability there, but I want a little bit more complexity with her character. I thought that they were going to give us something interesting if she's, messed up this man's marriage, even though it takes two to mess up a girl child. That was, but I thought that they were going to go the route of, you got me so involved. I've given up so much for you. My wedding is in the trash, and you are running off with Jameson, who is the superior man. I thought that's what we were going to do, but we did not go there.
yeah, and it's kind of weird that, and I don't know, maybe it's because I've seen this play out other ways, but to
Mhm.
me, it's like, what are the stakes in their relationship? How do we go from them? You know, you go and you slob this man down who is literally about to get married the next day. And then, you know, we go through this stuff with Jameson, which he clearly saw through the ruse there. Like now that they've gone, and then I think it's Ian. He was mad at her, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden, she shows up at his job, and it's like, oh, we're gonna. It's just like somehow they realize it's worth it to work it out, even though they've blown up these other two people's lives, and we're
Yes.
supposed to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see you guys progress, and I'm like, but
Yeah.
what now? Like what are the stakes? At least if she recognized that it was a bad situation and she was wrong for this, then and then backed away, and then I don't know, we saw other stuff happen, and maybe
Yeah.
that was different, but it's kind of like, where are they going from here? What else is there?
Like if she would have caught some hands for messing up, I could have got into her catching some hands. Like if she would have laid hands on her, like girl, like that, like do something for me. But I just don't have anything to just elaborate on. Just to say I'm looking forward to when Camille gets here. Like I just hope Jameson comes back into the picture. Like, and it says a lot because Jameson doesn't have, a strong presence, but I liked her with him, and it was just a different dynamic
Right.
in comparison to what she was walking away from. And it was, oh, he's, willing to sacrifice. You want to come with me? I can get you a job. He's attentive and honest and kind and looked like, Marlon Wayne's older brother. I didn't understand. I didn't understand. But that just, I don't have too much on that. I'm hoping that we get something with Camille. But how do you feel about Ty? Let me put my slideshow up here. What do you think about Miss Ty?
See, Ty is an interesting character because Ty is Ty is how do I describe Ty? Ty is just kind of the unattached. I can do what I want. I can hit him and quit him and on to the next, which I get, and I think it's supposed to be a different perspective on that because she is a woman. She has relationships, she's lesbian and all that. Which which I'm not mad at. That's definitely a different side of. That's definitely a different perspective we haven't explored in these past shows.
Yeah.
And I'm curious because the whole thing with her, I definitely didn't think her having a husband was going to be a part of her.
Yes.
Okay. And now I'm trying to kind of figure out, I guess, that dynamic and where that's going to go because it kind of went left very quickly. And if she's trying to progress and move forward to some sort of stable relationship and he's in the picture and now he's wanting to take her money, in game with all of that. So I think she's interesting, but yeah, just like interesting storyline that she has right now.
Yeah, I like her sex scenes. I like her scenes. I like like we've never, like you said, we've never seen a character like that. Like I think this past in episode 2, like she finds out that she's on, I don't know, it must be like toxic lesbian.com type situation. Like stay away from her. And in the first episode, we are dealing with her trying to prove a point. Like my ex-husband has popped up and told me, something's wrong with me. I, can't form real relationships and let me get a dog. And it's just like, no, this is too much work. It's too much work, too much attention. And then we got the plant. I was getting my whole life when we saw Rachel True when she got that plant. I was like, is she in the show? Don't threaten me with a good time. I was like, oh, it's just a cameo. Like I thought Rachel was gonna be outside and we was gonna get some Mona Alona real quick, but it was just a cameo. But I was really excited to see Rachel True. But she is she gets the plant and it's just like, well, that lasted all of Tuesday. The plant immediately goes into the garbage disposal. So I'm just really interested to see where we're gonna go with her character because I don't think her dynamic is more so based in her sexuality and all of the one night stands that she could have. Like I love when the girl's like, "Girl, my clothes already on. You ain't saying nothing but a word." Like I love that, but just I thought moving in, just getting to know her character in the first season, that her arc would be more of her just trying to, maintain a relationship. Now I feel like I'm really interested to see us go back and see the whole dynamic when she was married, or just discover the progression of her coming over to New York. And from the way he's acting, like, you came over here, you didn't turn into a whole new person. And
Right.
you detach, you can't, maintain a relationship, and you're hitting it and quitting it. Like, I'm really interested in Ty's character, and Ty is so fly. Like, Ty is fly. The wardrobe, like everybody's wardrobe is like on point, but it's
Absolutely.
impeccable. Like the fade is impeccable. I'm like, damn, all right, Ty's it looks good. It looks real crispy. Like, let me just get on Ty's fade. Like this here. Look at the outfit. Like, I love all the ladies' wardrobe, but Ty in particular. And it's weird because I'm really feminine when it comes to wardrobe. Like, I probably wouldn't wear a lot of the things that Ty wears because she mixes her feminine with her masculine, but it just be on point. I'm like, oh man. But anywho, let me get off of that. But I just had to say that, like, I think Ty is just the taste is impeccable. Like, and I'm hoping that we still go back into Oh, here they go, child. She was like, you ain't said nothing but a word. My clothes are on. You gotta tell me to leave. I didn't have my good time. Like, but what I found interesting is, which I'm gonna get to later when I get into Angie's character, was I was comparing the sex lives of all the ladies because I'm like, we can't talk about one and not talk about the other. The both of these ladies are pretty promiscuous, but it's just all about the portrayal of the character as far as, what somebody might perceive as, oh, this is problematic. This is not a good look, because nobody has said that at all about Ty. But we gonna come back to that because Angie deserves a whole spotlight all on her own. But she does. She does. She
You know it's coming.
absolutely does. Let's see. I hate how these women are educated but make the worst choices ever. Aren't that? I think that's all the four women shows. Like, unless
Yep.
it's the Golden Girls, they making poor choices. I hate when shows have female characters double back to their exes instead of moving on with their lives with someone new. Yeah, especially if you don't. I think if we were interested, if we were like, if we had some stakes in their relationship, we would care. But now it's just like, we don't care, and you gonna double back? We had just
Right.
started like Jameson.
Yeah. Like they're trying to kind of profit off of. I mean, we've seen this plenty of times, but like it's like the easiest conflict is the love triangle. So
Yeah,
it's just like you take X, you take the new person, and it's like, oh, will she? Won't she? But it can
yeah.
only work in certain ways, and it doesn't always work in every triangle. So
Let's see. Oh, we need to get into Quinn. They made Quinn and Angie the most extreme versions of archetypes. Let's talk about Angie. Not Angie, Quinn. How do you feel about Quinn?
I mean, I already knew what time it was with with Quinn. As soon as I saw her, I was just like it's very much the and believe me, it did not kind of go over my head that they had Jasmine Guy, B. Whitley Gilliam, kind of the same. It's kind of a similar archetype, not quite the same. We don't have the Southern
Yeah.
drawl and all of that, but she very much has like the fair skinned bourgeois,
Yeah.
upper class upbringing, kind of what's the word, kind of straight laced, kind of a little bit stuffy, and kind
A
of
little Republican.
she's always yes. Like,
Oh
yeah,
man, I think I saw in the trailer. I think her father is Rick Fox. I'm like, it's gonna be light skinned city next episode. I think her father is Rick Fox and her mother is Jasmine Guy, which I love seeing the both of them. Sadly, with this show, when I went to look up anything for the show, this is the only thing that had me like, oh, I'm trying to be outside for this. Let me see, y'all. This here, I had went down and I was like, I know this not who I think it is. And I was like, oh, this is Countess Vaughn. Countess Vaughn is going to be on the show. I am so excited for that. I am, and that's sad because like you should be invested in some stakes. That's like the main thing I'm looking forward to. I just want to see Countess. I love me some Kim Parker. I just want to see Countess and just see what I'm hoping it's not as brief of a cameo because Rachel sold that plan and we didn't see Rachel True again after that. It was very brief, but I am looking forward to seeing Countess. Peace and love to everybody else here, but I need to see my girl.
you think that's all we're going to see of Rachel True, or do you think she's gonna pop up again?
The way that they put it, like I was hoping with the plant store, but I didn't know if she would come in and like be all seeing wise something as far as Ty was concerned. But with how brief it is, I really don't feel like we're going to see her again. If we do, that would be awesome. The main thing I can say about this show and shows like Run the World and just 10 times over, they, make sure to pay him, bring people on. It's like, oh, I remember this person because I remember last season. I was like, oh, it's Jasmine Guy. But Queen is that hopeless romantic. I think I put in my notes. She's our Charlotte from Sex and the City.
Yeah.
Our over obsessive, like the little. I don't know how to feel about something about her character arc feels really forced to me. It's and I don't want to say agenda or anything, but it's like I could get with Todd. Todd feels very natural. But when we get into her Quinn discovering that she is bisexual and, do I just want to be experimental here or do I really want it? it doesn't blend well with who she was presented to us as. And then when I'm looking at the trailer or just the season overall for what's to come, she's like pride ready. I was like, what? Like I just I don't believe that. Like and then I was like, they snatched that back really quick. I was at least thinking that because I knew with Quinn's character that we see her just get involved with someone and she overly obsesses. Like the fact that she went to the store and got all the dildos, vibrators, and nipple clips galore. I was like, ma'am, relax. Ma'am, I need you to relax. Like I had never seen a whole bunch of that stuff there. Like I don't know where it's going, but I don't.
I'm gonna look
Ty,
at
yes, Ty had her getting some power tools.
Like, I was looking at some of that. I mean, I literally was jumping when some of that stuff came on screen. I was like, "Wait, what? Whoa, what's going on here?" Like, I think she paid like what was it, $4,000 for some of that. I was like, "What did you do?" I'm curious.
I'm just ready to see, just with that, we know that from last season, for her to go in and feel like to meet the standard of, me trying to be a lesbian or be bisexual, I need to go above and beyond and spend thousands of dollars at the sex toy store. Like, when are we going to deal with the relationship that got her here to where she feels like she isn't good enough? I think this past episode, she says, why won't anybody love me? Like, she's always on this quest for love and just this fairy tale-esque relationship, and then she just ends up getting dumped, and it's like, where are we going with this? I don't know where we're going with her character, because last season she was with Arnaz. She was with Arnaz. And he had, the son and the whole thing, and he was, younger, he was a stripper, and then we just jumped to leaving that, oh, I think I'm bisexual, I might want to, be with, I think her name's Isabella, and that lasted for all of 2 seconds, and she dropped her like a bad habit this this past episode. Like, what is that? What I didn't expect for that to happen. I thought that they were going to have a conversation of, just like she was doing in the midst of the sexual acts, like, girl, we don't need all of this. We don't need all of this. It's just, relax. She does the most. Like, I want to get into her past to see exactly why she does the most, but she does the most. And it's just like, I thought that she was going to pull her back to go, you know what, you're moving a little too fast, because it's like she's so eager to just jump and play house, which is why we're going to get to Angie just already geared up to pack her bag and leave. She's so geared up to play house 24/7. It's just like, y'all just, you just like really like low-key met her, like chill out. But I thought that we were going to have Isabella tell her, take a step back. I'm not so ready for us to spend, every waking moment together and be together 24/7, to where, we don't have to be there. Like, just chill. Let me get to know you a little bit first. But no, she's just like, I need to, and I don't know if I read it wrong, because she did say, I don't want to come up to your apartment or whatever. And she was just like, oh my God, you're dumping me. I'm like, what? She was dumping her, right?
What, Isabella was dumping her?
Yeah, Isabella was dumping her, right?
Okay, so maybe I read it wrong then, because I just kind of saw it as her kind of recognizing that Quinn was kind of being a little clingy and just kind of saying like, okay, and then she is in the midst of a campaign. She has all this stuff that she has to like really be investing her time into. So I think she was trying to toxic. Sorry,
toxic lesbian. Yes, that's what I was thinking. I was like, did she jump the gun a little too soon and just go, oh, you're breaking up with me? Like, you're making yourself look crazy, sis. Like, relax. I just couldn't tell whether or not she just genuinely was like, you know what, this is too much, I'm going to walk away. Or if she was just honestly going, I have a lot on my plate right now, to get just super involved in a relationship, which is what she said. Like, I might not be coming in tonight, but hey, I might come the next day or the next day after that. It's just like, you're breaking up with me. I'm like, was she actually breaking up with you? Because I felt like I was reading it wrong.
I thought how I took it was Quinn was just, of course, being neurotic and just taking things too seriously and taking that overboard. Yeah. And ultimately, I think she was just saying like, hey, like we can still get to know each other, but like, because I mean, granted, a relationship is work. So she's just kind of saying like, okay, we're still getting to know each other. We just started this whole thing, so just kind of slow down. Because granted, I mean, with all these other responsibilities and other stuff she has going on, like, I think she's just trying to balance everything and not kind of let her think that we're just immediately locked in commitment.
Yeah.
Now we're moving in, and it just seems like Quinn is the type of person who's just going to like kind of take that and run with it. So I think she was just saying like, okay, let's just chill a little bit, but I still want to get to know you. But then Quinn just kind of went to, oh, we're breaking up and you're dumping me and this whole thing. And I was like, okay, how did we get from point A to
It's the same thing. It's the writing because the preview for the next episode or episodes to come is her dealing with the conflict of Loki kind of coming out to her parents. I'm like, what? It's like we're jumping, from one thing to the other with every single episode. Like, how am I supposed to get invested in anybody or what they have going on if, we're not lingering somewhere for too long? Like, I really wanted to see where their relationship went, or her kind of have somebody to rear her in the right direction as far as, what a relationship could be. I think she maybe jumps into the sex a little too soon because it's like, all right, we had sex. That mean we go together. that mean we go together. Like, no, ma'am, like, relax. But she's always on 10. But I was like, no, they didn't use her getting dumped as the catalyst for, oh my God, Angie, just live with me forever. I don't know what I would do if you weren't here. Like, oh, let's talk about Angie.
I knew it was coming.
Let's talk about, yes, let's see. Ty's character is supposed to be the Samantha, sexually free, hit him up, quit him, etc. Yeah, she's the Samantha, and then we have Quinn. She is our Charlotte. Camille is supposed to be our Carrie. And then you have Angie. Angie is Lynn mixed with a little bit of Dejanay from the Proud Family. That's all I see when I get into her. But though there are like multiple stereotypes within the show, hers in particular, it stings the most for me because I just, why? What is that? I need some help, D. It's very problematic to me.
Right. And so, like I said, going into this show, I find that when my expectations are low, I seem to enjoy things a little bit more. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, okay, this is another. And literally, I remember when War in the World had come out. So it was like, okay, another one of these. Like 4 women, in the city, living life, work, love, so on and so forth. All, it's a juggling act, balancing their lives out, and amidst their friendships. And so, so for me going in, I was kind of like I didn't really have any expectation. But I was real put off. I don't know if it was the first episode or just the first couple, but when I saw what they were doing with Angie, I was kind of like, oh no, because the optics aren't really great because she is literally like she's the darkest one in the cast, and I just find that the way her character is written, it's like there's a clear disparity between the other 3 and how she lives her life, and I understand she's meant to be the Lynn, but a lot of issues were the fact that she was kind of addicted to college and having all these degrees but not applying anything.
Exactly.
With Angie, it kind of seems like she's just determined to be the queen of bums, and I don't know if that's a great trajectory for her character because I find her I enjoy the actress's performance. I think she's funny. And so, like, there are times where I really, like, enjoy her, just her liveliness and her personality. But the way that they construct her character and the way she kind of moves through her storyline and throughout the show is just kind of like, did we have to do this with this character if we were going to do this at all? So it doesn't really look great, I will say.
Look at her, D. Look at her. So beautiful. So beautiful. Yes. When I saw the trailer for this show, I remember whenever it was about to come out for the first season, I was like, oh, it's Megan Good. Like, I saw the familiar faces. Like, I didn't know, I believe her name is Grace, but I was like, oh, it's Boo Boo Kitty. And Ty, she was a new face. And then I saw her. I was like, she's so pretty. Like, I was like, she's a little juicy. She is chocolate. Her skin is beautiful. I love her hair, her smile. I
Yes.
wonder what they're going to do with her. I was so looking forward to seeing just her body type and her skin complexion and her hair texture on the screen. Like, I was like mad excited for that. And then we get here and I was like, why? Why, Lord? Why? I see this comment. It says the Angie and Ty comparison needs to be broken down immediately. When I thought about because I went through when I do a little post, a little throw out a little tester to see if you guys are watching something or not. Every single because I know my post was mostly directed towards Angie because I was like, damn, y'all ain't gonna give sis no job. Like she, Angie for the better part of the first two episodes here, she is on her back. And there is something away about the way that Ty is portrayed. First of all, when she's having sex and whatever it is, she's at her own home. She's at her own home. There's a sense of her owning her sexuality, and it's more of a choice. With the way that it's portrayed on Angie, it doesn't come off that way. It comes off as like desperation and her just being promiscuous. Like there just seems to be no discernment about anything. I was like, there should be no reason within the first two episodes we have seen her sleep with three men, three different men. If I'm not, because it was the she was what was it? I think she went to the fortune teller. He's like, "Oh, this is gonna be your best lucky year. You whatever, you're gonna meet the man of your dreams." And this translated to, "I'm gonna sleep with every man I meet." I didn't understand that. The whole thing with the like I remembered her traits, or how she was with the first season. And it also made me think about Lynn, because Lynn was on a little bit more of the promiscuous side herself, but they always made it a point to connect Lynn's spirituality to her sexuality, and she saw that as the highest form of, communication. It was very, Lynn was outside with her triangle paintings, but when we get into Angie, there's no balance anywhere. Like, I had no problem with her feeling like, you know what, this pedicure is hidden, rubbing my feet real nice. Like, and then they just look over and, she's gone. And like I said, with Ty, she is majority of the time taking charge of the situation. It seems a little safer with Ty because she is, from what I've seen, each sexual encounter, she is taking them back to her place. Angie is going to a stranger's place. I think Angie was with a dude who was living in a car at one point last season. And it's just like, I'm here, I'm in these spaces with these men. And I was okay with that. It was just like, hey, I don't even know your name, but we're about to get it in. When he got into the roommate and her pretending she was a twin, I really did not care for that. I really did not care for that. I was like, and it was just, I didn't know how to perceive it. I didn't perceive it as her own, because they definitely tried to push her own and her sexuality and all this good stuff when old dude in episode 2 so-called had this extra small penis that just wasn't hitting on no walls, no levels, no tops, nobody. It's not giving. The penis wasn't giving what needed to be gave. And it was just like, you know what? I'm gonna take a shower and I'm going like, but when we turn it into, I think it's her dynamic of, not only are we a little bit more fluid and free with our sexuality, but when it comes to the career, when it comes to where she lives, how she lives, she is so like below the totem pole in the friendship. Like, she's all the way at the bottom. Right. And it's like, we couldn't give sis nothing. Why? Like, I really question the choice to do that. Like, she doesn't, I get confused. I'm like, she stay fly. Like, where's the money coming?
Right.
The clothes and the hair and the style is forever impeccable. So I'm like, where's the money coming from? But she does not, from my understanding, have a job, right? From my
Right.
understanding, she sleeps on Quinn's couch, right?
Hmm.
And then I believe that there was a conversation last season when I think Quinn just kind of got flustered and frustrated, and she was kind of made to feel guilty that, like, sis, I'm tired of you using me and sleeping on my couch and not paying any rent, or and it was just like by the end of the season, all right, friend, it's all right. Like, I'm like, what? No. I just don't like the fact that they have it to where, like you said, with Lynn, it was ultimately a choice. Like, Lynn was just lazy. Lynn had 6 degrees, and it was just about her putting things into perspective and getting her butt up and going for it. It just doesn't seem like she has any other prospects. It's acting or bust. If I don't have a role, then I don't have a job. I don't have any money, so I'm going to be a bum. Am I reading it wrong? Like,
No, no, I don't think so. Because I was going to say, I was just thinking about, I don't know what episode this was, because I went through some months ago. I went through the whole binge, watched all seasons of Girlfriends, especially the latter ones that I hadn't really had a chance to see before. And so I want to say it was some kind of episode where Lynn had to come through with Maya on something. And you kind of get the sense that, for whatever reason, Lynn was being lazy or she didn't take it seriously, whatever. And
yeah.
so, she showed up late and she was talking to Maya in the bathroom. I think it might have been some kind of court case. It was something serious.
Yes, I love that episode. I remember that one.
Yeah. And so basically, Maya, like, gave her the business. And so, like, she was like, really like, it's like none of this, like, is funny. And like, you don't take anything seriously. And so Lynn was like, oh, so I'm just like a joke. And so Maya said, no, you're a joke. That's not funny anymore. And
yes, I love that episode. You better recite that shit, D. I remember that episode like down. That was the panel for Maya's book, and she was like, and it was women in business, and it was like Joan, she's the lawyer, Tony's the realtor, and then it's like, well, why didn't you ask me to be on the panel? Because what do you have going on to where I would? And she went in on them degrees that she's not using. Maya Wilkes, yes, she did, but I I don't know, like I don't want to say it's discouraging me not to watch the show, but I'm hoping that we're starting here for a better outcome with her character, and it's just like, oh, we've seen her grow from this to that, but it just seems like from the first season we're worse. We're worse off from, because I even think with the first episode here, she starts off trying to clean up on the what was he was acting with her in the play, and he's like, she's being shunned off, like, girl, like, I just came here, like, she always shows up with snacks to sleep with somebody. I'm not I'm trying to say it in a I don't have any grace to say it like any other way. They have sis out here looking like a bum. And then we have the dynamic here. Like, I'm just trying to figure out where she fits in this dynamic.
Yeah, and see, the thing, and the reason why I mentioned that whole thing with Lynn is that Lynn had moments where she got checked, and it allowed her to kind of like grow from it, And of course, it was kind of a cyclical process. It wasn't she was immediately, jump like she wasn't in suddenly in a better situation 100%, but she like learned and she grew. Like when she started doing the documentaries for the HIV and AIDS victims and things like that. Like, so she had moments of growth. And the thing is, like, give Angie something to work with. Because I liked when we heard about, once we found out about her, being a music artist and the record deal falling through, I was like, okay, some backstory.
Nice.
I get that, but now that we understand that, like, where are we going to go from here? Because actually, I thought that when she basically revealed that she didn't have a twin to the guy, I actually thought he was mad, and then he was like, "Why would you be that desperate?" I thought he was gonna like kind of put her reality. And then she was gonna be like, oh, okay, well, maybe this isn't, maybe I need to recalibrate things. But no, it's like, oh no, okay, I did it. Now let's get it in. And it's like, surely there's more dimension that we can explore with this character.
I would think so. Like, I thought, like you said, her dynamic with the record deal falling through, or even when we just got into her passion, how passionate she was for acting and getting that role, and just hoping that it wouldn't fall through, and Jordan Peele wouldn't roll up with the cease and desist. Like I love that. Like I love those layers to her, but we definitely like at this point we need some more of that because it can't just be one or the other. Like if she's, you mean to tell me if she's not reveling at some point in her passion? Because I think what is his name? Low. How do you say his name? This comedian here. Oh, dude here,
Oh,
Laurel.
Little Rel?
Yeah, I think is he. I was looking. I'm like, is he supposed to be a brother or he can't be the father? Like he just can't. Next episode, like I'm assuming that he is going to be a brother, and it looked like he was giving her a little motivation to keep on pursuing. It's just like you just keep take a lick and keep on ticking. You don't never get a role, but look at you. You just keep going, like because I know last season I was like, I just need her to get a new dream, like that just or do something in the mist, not Queen of Bombs. Like do something in the mist, but like you said, the whole thing with the roommate, I was like, this is so tasteless. Like that was like that was it in the same day?
I think no, it was like she literally went from getting it in with the guy because it was like, oh, we did it once, like, oh, we can do it some more, and then they did it who knows how many times, and then she literally before she could leave the apartment, she was like, and then was like, uh-oh, and then she had her plan, and it looked, I could be wrong, but it almost seemed like she came back later that night as her twin. I was like, come on now, can we let it go?
Yeah, and then I was like, cool. I thought that we were gonna get, hey, we coming in hot, episode 1. Episode 2, when it's literally like, I'm gonna lay on my back because I need a place to stay. Like it transcended from, oh, it's my lucky day. Like I thought it being, her lucky whatever man of her dreams, like, oh, maybe this is the man who will be the producer who knows a person of like it's gonna, revert back to her job or her like no, it's just like, well, I guess Quinn about to have a relationship. And she like, that was her whole dialogue, like for the entirety of episode 2. Like, I'm just getting ready for her to put me out. Like, she's about to play house with Isabella. The sex was good. She was, I don't know what Isabella had on Quinn because all she got one lick and she just ready to move in.
Right.
But it's just like, and then that was it. And then she, goes back to the man's place immediately. And I didn't like how I think he was putting away groceries and she was doing everything like, oh, this is nice. Oh my God. Like, I ain't never been nowhere. Look at these. Look at the motif. Look at the fireplace. Ooh, like, stop. Like they managed to jam in every single stereotype. And then if I'm not wrong, I believe after he, comes down the stairs, she is like immediately like, oh, I need to jump on this. Like, so, like, what's up? We get it in now. And he's like, hold on. Let's, talk. Let's, have dinner. I was like, why we gotta do this like this? And then she literally sits with her friends and it's just like, you know what? If I got to deal with a small penis that's, not going to satisfy me, I'll just, use the shower head and do what I have to do just to make sure I have a place to lay my head when Angie puts me out and moves in her girlfriend. That was so tired. That pissed me off, low key.
And it makes no sense because you would think that if you know that this good friend of yours who you've kind of been kind of taken advantage of low key or maybe high key, then you would think that somewhere in there would be the incentive like, look, I'm tired of going through this. I would like to be able to kind of have my own something. So let me at least take the steps, even if it's not 100%, like the plan isn't fully formed, the goal isn't fully there. Like, let me get an idea for something. And like, they can't have Angie couch surfing the entire season. And I would hope the writers would have enough consideration for the character and for the optics of how messed up that looks. If you do that, you do something more with her.
I almost had faith last season when we had Quinn kind of stand up for herself and go like, sis, this is not okay, but we kind of reverted right back to, it's okay, I wouldn't be a true friend in supporting you if I didn't allow you to sleep on my couch or whatever and not pay any rent, not a dime, until you get yourself together. But the statement from the episode 2 like bothered me. It's like, I don't know what I would do if you weren't here. Like, it just solidified to me that she stayed.
Right.
It just sounded like, I keep looking at this. Got me some Lynn last night, y'all. Got me some Lynn. Walked in on a Tuesday, came out on a Friday. Got me some Lynn last night, y'all. Terrence, don't you put that in there?
Oh,
Oh, yes, yes, she did. Lynn had relationships too, though. She wasn't always hooking up with any and everybody. No, she loved her some Savah. Like, I remember all of those good things. Yes, Lynn made a whole, like, there was eventually progress. My main concern with these characters are with somebody like Angie, or even, the stereotypical stuff that they are putting off with, oh, not that, it's not real, but Ty is the toxic lesbian, and I don't know, something about Quinn, it just comes off disingenuous, and it just feels like that straight girl who's being curious. I just want to try. I'm a trisexual. I'm gonna try it out, and then later on I'm gonna run back to whatever. I'm hoping that's not what this is, but that's just what comes off of her. But if this was a show that I felt like, oh, it's okay if we are still here with Angie or with Ty because we're gonna get some seasons out of this show. This is not that show. This is not that show that makes me feel like we're going to get seasons or that we have time to revel in somebody like Angie's being a bomb friend. I need them to make that happen now, because who's watching this show besides because I literally reached out to the homies, like, yo, y'all checking for it? And it was like, I ain't never heard of that. Like, what are you talking about? What that song? Like, and then, there's that thing of, where it's placed. It's not on Netflix. Like, Netflix gets all the clicks and cues. Like, I'm glad it's not on Apple TV, because nobody goes over there. Like, people be hating on Apple TV, and they have some really wonderful things over there. But I just don't see this show progressing to give us 4 and 5 seasons to be lingering here. Like, I would literally, like, I'm gonna wait. But this doesn't, just the first 2 episodes doesn't give me, oh yeah, we coming in strong for, like, it wasn't, I didn't get anything amazing. I think the one, like, ooh moment was Ty and her ex-husband showing up after she, was hitting it and quitting it once again. It's just like, wow, you're really here to take my money. And I think we're going to get more, like, she's the and I think I saw that in the chat, that she's the most complex character that the show has, and that, everybody's pretty interested in. But with that being said, Ty's not even, that deep. She's not even that deep.
right. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's very straightforward, and I know we're gonna go on this whole quest with her. I worked hard for this money. I own 50. We gonna get. I own 68% of this company. Like, you're not coming in here later on and taking my money that I worked for just because you may feel some type of way about me. I think it's the from last season. She started the, is it a dating app?
From what I remember.
I think. Yeah, I think it's some type of app, but she's, a mogul. She's, very business savvy, and she's done well for herself. So we're probably going to deal with him trying to, run off with her money, because it said in the little trailer he won't half. I'm like, half? You what? No, you can't get half. But I'm gonna keep watching, but, like, I would be lying if I was like, oh, y'all, I just couldn't wait to get on here and talk about this with y'all. This is honestly my little scapegoat show to get my foot wet and, get my weight and exhale. I was trying to give myself a little peace and talk about this on StreamYard. Let's see. Angie is problematic, but I'll take her promiscuity over Nika Parker chasing after a man who clearly doesn't want her. The dark-skinned, bigger girl usually isn't given options. Yes, with that being said, go and check out my Fat Girls review. We got all into that on the Fat Girls review. Let's see. I also want to point out Quinn flew in a chef for the first. Yes, she did. Lord. I mean, if it was me, I'd be like, oh, girl, yes, thank you. Treat me nice. But for Isabella, I just think that it's just like, wow, it's the difference between, flying in a chef. I don't think the gesture was wrong. I think it was a combination of the chef, and then they went to the performative show where it was like my vagina, like my vagina monologues or something. I don't know what. And you have the older woman, and it's just like, it's like, oh, but I read in New York Digest that this is the place to be for lesbians. Like, she just does the absolute most. So it's just like, I'm gonna step back, but then she took that as she's being dumped. But I think we'll probably see Isabella again. But yeah, she flew in a chef. Like, if you want to be treated nice, go walk up to Quinn's brownstone and knock old Angie off the couch and tell her I said what's up. Let's see. It doesn't make any sense. Oh man. Let's see. You got anything that you're looking forward to with this show? Like, because
I'll be honest and say that it's one of those shows, and I do this with some shows and some movies where a lot of my, I don't want to say investment because that's not quite that, but I kind of ride off the fact that of course I want to see something that's black centric do well. But even outside of that, I love, they're beautiful women, the clothes, the styling. It's New York, the aesthetic, like the aesthetics. Some things you kind of give a little grace because it's just kind of fun to watch, or it's nice to kind of look at. You kind of ride off of
all
that,
caps in my notes, style over substance.
right?
They put so much energy into everything else, but like, we couldn't put that into the script. We couldn't put that into, building our characters and like giving them, genuine arcs. Like, it would be nice to see just a different dynamic. Like, I seen somebody like, can we get three friends instead of instead of four? Like, because it's just it feels so like fake. It
Right.
feels very, very fake. Like, even when we get into it, because I thought about it, I was like, even with Sex in the City, or even with that, I always do my comparison with this. Like, every black show with four friends, I just go straight to girlfriends. I'm sorry. Like, that's the epitome of our show with our four friends. And I was like, even though they were, upwardly mobile, had really, great careers, they were very successful, even Lynn, there was something really genuine and real and relatable about every single one of them. Even when we got into, Maya, you got a different dynamic with every single one. But here it's just like everything's fine. Everybody has everything together. Like, in with everybody having everything together, there's a way of, it kind of stifles the writing because they're trying to create
Mhm.
problems where there really aren't any. Like, I'm so successful now that my ex-husband is trying to roll up and take my money. Like, girl, can we get there? I'm trying to be so successful that somebody want to roll up and take my money. But it would just be like earth shattering for me to turn on and just see like four regular day like women. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know this dynamic. I don't know these women. I don't know this lifestyle. I can't just meet up and go have brunch every morning and have impeccable styling and designer outfits, and that it's beautiful to look at. But I would love to see a little bit of myself, a little around the way fillet. That'll be nice. And I'm not saying it has to be ghetto. I'm not saying it has to be that, but there are so many different women are just with these shows they depict it as every woman has the same traits and the same personality, and we like, oh, we attach a different sex to them or different interests, and it's just like boom. But nobody, I think, since Girlfriends, nobody's been layered. Like I said earlier in the chat, I tried to give sisters a chance multiple times, but Tyler take too long, and I just don't have, I don't have that kind of time. Let's see, where does Angie get the money for the snacks that
Good questions
you're
in here.
asking? Hey, if we on that, I'm sorry. Like, I'm about to get real hella like. As much as she be on her back, she better have some money for something. Like, as much as she be on her back, like, what? Somebody's supposed to be paying your bills, girl. What you? Oh,
Right.
let me just. Because I let me not like reflect, because I don't understand why we have nothing, like nothing. Like, boom, I'm hoping. next episode, episode 4, that we are getting more into her talent, and this was just them opening and just kind of rubbing us all the wrong way, and then we're going to get back to, okay, this is what I like about Angie. This is cool because I don't dislike her character. I like her character. Like she's beautiful. Like I just love that she got a little extra cushion for the pushing, even though it's a little bit. Like I like seeing it. I like seeing it. I like seeing all the different body types and just everything, different complexions, just different everything, or even just, I like the fact that she's loud and she's, but if we're gonna, I think what was that? Did you watch Run the World?
No, like I remember seeing like kind of I would see it when it would kind of pop up on television, but I didn't like watch it. Watch it. I just saw a random scene where one of the characters, she was doing some kind of weird kind of flip turn on this guy, and I was like, "This is."
Well, this is, let's see, we have Brisha Webb here. She is
Oh,
like our, I believe she would be considered to be our Angie character. She's, and you can even, I can even say that she's the darker one because we have, especially with the shortcut, they put her name in the chat. I don't know if she's gorgeous, but she is the louder, more around the way type of friend, but she was so like layered and diverse to me in comparison to what we get with Angie. It just shows that there is a way to still, oh, she is the louder, hood friend, but it's a way that they made her a little nuanced. Like with Angie, it's just, oh, this is nice. I ain't never been nowhere. I ain't never seen nothing like this. Like, I just, I don't care to see that anymore. See, it is funny that Angie always shows up somewhere with snacks. Her mama at least taught her not to go somewhere empty-handed. You know, I remember Quinn's story from last season. It just doesn't make sense that she sells one dress and has enough money to fly in a chef and spend $4,000 on sex toys. Didn't she sell homegirl her wedding dress also?
yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I'm like, did
Mhm.
she? So did
She
she?
sold the wedding dress, and I think she was styling Isabella for, trying to spice up her look because she's in politics. But she got enough to keep supporting Angie, so the money
Right.
must be coming in. It took 2 years to come back on. Let's see. Can we see Angie link up with a music producer who help her get her singer career off the ground, and maybe she can develop romantic feelings for him? I could get into that. You know what? I don't even want that because then it's gonna turn into like you doing sexual favors to get in the booth. I don't even want homosexual.
Yeah.
Hobosexual. I'm gonna start using that. Ty's husband didn't want anything but answers, but she put the money thing out there. Yes, she did. So she said fine. So he said fine. I'm not going to get what I wanted, so I'll take your money. Yes, he just wanted a little accountability for her running off and disappearing. Like, girl, you really ran off on the plug. You just like. I really like that's the thing with the characters. I think that's why we like Ty, because outside of her sexual experiences, there's a whole other side. Like the episode with the fibroids, or when he just showed up out of nowhere, it was like, what? Like that was, I like, to see stuff that is unexpected. Like everything here that we've seen so far is to be expected, but she did kind of bring this on herself as to say like, oh, here you come showing up for the bag. Like she's a little honorary. Let's see. I mean, Camille only had expired yogurt and butter in her fridge after Ian left and drank all the rosé. Oh, Lord, I pretty much hate Watch Sisters. I really try because it's for sisters. I try to watch it, but Tyler just be tripping. Didn't Twenties get canceled? I like Twenties.
I heard good things about it.
Please watch Twenties. Like I actually like Twenties. I believe it did get canceled though, Terrence. I did like Twenties. It's very, very interesting show. Yes. But in closing out, if anybody wants to ask anything or add anything about the show, like I'm just really low key. I'm just glad I got live with D Movie Man. Y'all go subscribe to his channel. Go and subscribe to his channel, y'all. This is like my first live. Like we're successful. Nothing. I ain't knocked nothing over. I ain't blocked none of y'all out. I'm gonna learn how to give one of y'all a wrench one of these days. But don't be coming over here with the toolboxes. I'm gonna figure that out later.
Right.
But let me pull up the Movie Man's channel. If you guys have anything to add or anything that we missed, anything, like I feel like we covered everything. Sadly, with the way that this show is written, it's not like a ton of things to
Right. It's really
the writing is really shallow. Like, because I was doing my little notes and I was like, well, that's not even like paper worthy. What I'm writing that down for? There's nothing to let's see, 20s were well written, well acted, good storyline. Yeah, yes, it was. Like I liked all the dynamics in 20s. But yeah, there's not. We covered Camille and her relationship with Ian. They came to like their whole dynamic is like it's just really immature. Like her leaving, I called you, you didn't answer, I text you, where are the dots? And old dude asking for his honey glazed carrots. And just him in the kitchen, like I guess they're on one accord to move forward with their relationship, and we'll look forward to seeing if that works. I honestly don't think it's going to work because they've been like through the mud in their relationship. Like you started off wrong, y'all started off with a lie, y'all ended off terrible when he left and moved somewhere else, and she was just so heartbroken. And then we start off cheating low key. I just
right.
don't see any success there. But Diamond fine. Just let Diamond be fine. I just watch Diamond, child. Storyline predictions or expectations for the season, child. Are there any? D movie man, you have any expectations for anything as far as what's going to happen?
Well, I'll say this. One thing that I would like to see, and it can be a different way of doing this with Angie, but one thing I thought about as we were discussing her was Insecure, the second season, when Issa broke up with Lawrence and she decided to go through her hotation. And I like how they handled that because it kind of blew up in her face. Like she was trying to I'm getting over him, I'm out here. And you would think normally that's depicted a certain way, but it really went horribly awry and it didn't help her deal. She realized I'm still not over this and I'm trying to kind of myself into this, and that's just not who I am. And so I kind of like that kind of layer because we don't always hear that. We just hear you get under the next one to get over the last one, and that's everyone gets. And so I kind of hope that and like I said, that may be a long shot, but I hope that there can be those kind of maybe here and there, those kind of dimensions and layers to the characters where we don't have to box them in a certain way. And even with Quinn, and the pride flag and all that, surely there is a way to navigate who is, and I'm really curious. I really want to ask one of the writers, did you guys cut the storyline in half? Did somebody leave and then someone came in with a different storyline midway? Because it really does feel like that. I don't even know who Robert Richard's character anymore. But yeah, give these, and because my first thought, even when I think about all four of them or two in particular, I'm like, why is there a reason? I would also ask the writers, is there a reason why Quinn is portrayed by the actress she is versus Angie, the actress she's portrayed by? Why couldn't Angie have been, the bourgeois, the bourgeois upper class girl?
Why, D.
So that's one of my problem. You have a foundation. It's hard to bring dimension something that's already rooted in archetypes. You have the opportunity to do whatever you want with these characters. So why go there?
Yeah, but I just concur. Same thing. I don't really have any predictions. I predict that Angie's going to get a job and get off that couch. I see that for you, sis. I see that for you, Angie. I feel like we're going to see her blossom and flourish. Even above all, she's gonna get a job somewhere. I'm thinking that maybe she'll come to the revelation of, hey, maybe it's not meant for me to be an entertainer. Maybe I need to try something else. It's okay for me to step outside of my something. We're gonna have some progress on her end. Be who you are for your pride, Quinn. I guess Quinn is going to come out to her parents from what I could see, and I feel like Isabella is going to come back into play and maybe tell her, hey, just because I said this in the third, it doesn't mean that I wasn't interested or I didn't, want to be with you or, whatever. Or she'll go, I think she's gonna, because she feels like it's over and she's dumped. And she's our Charlotte. She doesn't like being alone. I feel like she's going to run right back to our nest. And then, Isabella come back into play and go, it was never that. I'm still interested. And then she, have a dilemma as far as, who she wants to be with and all that good stuff. And with Ty, I feel like we're going to go on, this court case. I gave you the house, not sell it. It's gonna get real wait to exhale. With him trying to take her money, and we'll just get more into her background. That's probably the most that I'm looking forward to, and that's real sad. Notice how actors formerly on Tyler Perry shows do well on better shows. Yes, they do. Tika Stumper and Ian was Benny on the Haves and Have Nots. I have never watched any of these shows. The Oval, I know about them. Like, people rave about the Haves and Have Nots, but I don't be giving Tyler no chances. I'm sorry. Yes, Tika Stumper is an amazing actress, beautiful. Ian, yes, he has done better. I don't know what he was doing on those shows, but I'm sure with the writing, it's a step up. It's probably easier to sell these archetypes and types of actresses for these type of shows. Black female lead shows aren't common. Yeah, and then that's just a whole nother, like, I'm gonna have to go and look up the writer for this show because I don't know. I feel like it's a black writer. I feel like it's a black writer, but if this is what we have to do to, get our stories greenlit and pushed, like, there's just so many different in the space that we are in as far as cinema. I feel like I feel like we have options now. I feel like we have options to say, like, we're not doing this. Like, I got to think about the greater picture as far as how somebody like Angie is portrayed on screen, or just toxic lesbian, like all the butch lesbians got to be toxic, huh? All right. Like, I have to, get in, like, I have to think about the broader picture. I feel like somebody intentionally did this and thought, maybe Angie was hilarious, or she was that, because there isn't a lot of I guess comedic relief within the show, but I feel like all of them have their moments where it's like, funny, but just for her to be funny, it has to be this. I don't think so. But I think she's going to get a job. Quinn is going to have a dilemma with her relationship. Ty is going to be going to court trying to get her coin. And I think Camille is going to come to the realization that her relationship with the love of her life is just not what she thought it was, and it's not going to work out. I don't think they're going to make it personally. But we shall see. Like, oh, man. But I'm gonna put the Movie Man's channel over here so y'all can go subscribe. Like, y'all really, when I get on here and talk about nothing, all 100 of y'all butts come in here. Like, y'all want to come over here and be cute. Like, this is the Movie Man's channel, guys. He is everything in a bag of potato chips. Be sure to go and support. Like, D Movie Man is one of many people that I look forward to having on the channel, especially when I get myself together. D Movie Man, like, this is your milestone, bro. This is my first real live stream, and I don't feel like I did too bad. I felt like
great job.
Because my nerves bad. I don't do this. Like, I like the control of being able to edit, click, and upload, and just leave it there. Yes. But you guys, please go and support all of you people who come and watch this on the replay. This is the Movie Man's channel. He is on Instagram, all the good stuff, probably on Twitter. I'm going to let him talk about himself for a little minute, and then we're going to say our goodbyes. Sell yourself, D.
Yes. Again, thank you so much, T, for the support. Again, my channel, it is a mixture of things. It is about movie reviews. I try to, dig a little bit deeper. I try to really have balanced opinions. Sometimes you got to give a film the business, though, and I'll do that if I have to. I guess politely if I must. But I'll do the occasional TV show recap and the Gilded Age. I'll occasionally do a trailer reaction. We have They Clone Tyrone that's coming out. Just did a ranking on my favorite television shows of 2022. Had a whole list of those, and I'm hoping just to expand upon my content and the type of things I want to do, and hopefully have the chance to, collaborate with more people, more creators, and just keep growing. And I appreciate where I am. It's humble beginnings. I understand, it's easy to compare yourself to someone else's journey, but I appreciate the journey I'm on. And as I've told T before, having people who are really in your corner and really support and just genuinely make you feel valued in this community is just like a reward in itself. So definitely feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and support. I would love to have you, and I appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you so much, Nisha. Yes, go subscribe. Yes, go. Thank you so much. If you guys come and you catch this on the replay, get my man to 1,000 subs. Like, I'm tired of y'all playing with these. No. Let me say this before I get off of here. Like, I'm tired of y'all out here playing with. You know what? It's very hard to get on this platform. Getting on this platform and talking about anything is like hugely understated. I have a new respect for anybody who gets on here because, child, I had no idea. But D Movie Man is one of the few people that I have met who really have a passion for film. And when you get on here and it's hard, it's so hard to be found. Like, don't get me started because y'all know my channel is shadow banned at the moment. Like, I'm feeling a little upset, but like it costs nothing to go over and check somebody out. All I'm asking is that you go over and check him out. I promise you will not be disappointed. Like, you watch video, you're gonna be stuck and going to watch all of them. But a little motivation goes a long way. Y'all, he gonna leave. Like, y'all gotta go support. Go support. Like, please go and support. Like, I each person that I have on here, like, it's a click away. Like, you will not be disappointed. But I just want all of us to grow collectively together and prosper on this small space called YouTube. I have a very small platform myself, but with the help of you guys and content creators like D Movie Man, we should be able to, to do a little something, like, put us on. It's 2023. I'm trying to be outside like Norbert with his wine cooler. Like, hurry up, please, Lord, please. But you guys, thank you so much for being here. Like, D Movie Man, like, you are everything. Like, I will be sure. I don't care what I'm talking about. I'm gonna hit you up first. I had no idea. I would never look at this and be like, I'm D Movie Man. Love this show. Let's see. You just reminded me to watch Reasonable Doubt on Hulu, Black Lawyer Show. I did. I was watching it and it was compelling. I don't know what happened. Like, it was one of those things where something else trumped it, but I'm gonna go and finish checking out Reasonable Doubt. But let's see. I just want to thank you guys so much for being here, hitting that like button, all that good stuff, going to subscribe to D Movie Man. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Go over there and subscribe and support him. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If D Movie Man is interested, we will definitely be back for the next episodes. Yeah, by then I'll figure how I will figure out how to do stuff, y'all. Like, this is just not my element, child. But thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you next time. Be sure to go subscribe, like, all that good stuff. If you're watching this on the playback, take your assets over to D Movie Man's channel and subscribe and run his channel up. But I see you guys next time for our next recap. Thank you so much. Bye.